Only in the 2020 season, for the first time in 14 years, someone other than Nick Saban leads the Walk of Champions. That's acting head coach Steve Sarkisian. Behind him is the #1 team in the country, the Crimson Tide of Alabama. With that, the Home Depot SEC on CBS brings us to Bryant-Denny Stadium with the tune Sweet Home Alabama in the background. The #1 team in the country for the Iron Bowl for the 85th time, hosting the number 22 Tigers of Auburn. As we take a look at the SEC West standings, Alabama on top, as they are in the rankings for the country as well. Texas A&M, they've already beaten them, only one loss. A&M's got a date with LSU coming up a little bit later on tonight. And we welcome you, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving weekend. I'm Brad Nessler with Gary Danielson, Jamie Erdahl down in the field. Gene Steratore will be along with us as well. The only thing we're missing is one of the greatest football coaches of all time. And Gary, with Nick Saban out, I think it'd be foolish to say it won't have some kind of impact.
It'd be a little insulting to say a guy who's been in it for 47 years doesn't have an impact on a football game. Might not be today, but you could argue maybe the most impactful decision in college football that I can remember when he switched quarterbacks to 2 in the national championship game. Probably won't happen today, but I think Nick Saban on the sideline, the players would want to have him there.
Well, they've got a guy that's been there and done that in Steve Sarkisian, who was a head coach at Washington and USC. Probably won't have to make any kind of decisions like that today. The guy he's playing quarterback, I think, is going to be out there all day today.
Mac Jones has had a year just taking it from where it started out, the great quarterback play from Tua. He was the quarterback in this game a year ago, but his weapons, and he's got 2 great ones, the big 3 this year with Devontae Smith and Najee Harris. When those guys are rolling, and it's been tough to stop them, only 1 game all year and they scored less than 40 points, but that's a tough threesome to slow down.
Yep, they're averaging 49 a game. That's 3rd best in the country. As for Auburn, they've been playing really well the last 3 games. They've got question marks. Their 2 starting tackles, one will probably only play on extra points and field goals. The other guy was a game-time decision. Tank Bigsby, their top tailback, he's a question mark too, and boy, that puts a lot of pressure on Bo Nix.
It does. He's been in this game before. He's been in the winter, but now he's on the road against this day. And today, I think he's going to be more calm. He was clutch last year, so he's got a win under his belt. Can he do it again? His passing is improved, but I think like last year, he's going to have to bring this running attack to upset Alabama in this football game.
Well, it was a great game a year ago, as if there wasn't a lot of emotions already for the Iron Bowl. It's senior day as well. With more on that, 3rd member of our team, Jamie Erdahl. Jamie?
Brad, when Nick Saban tells you this team is one of the most fill-in-the-blank he's ever coached, your ears tend to perk up, because it has to be a pretty remarkable characteristic to stand out against 47 years of coaching. Well, we'll tell you, Saban told us this team is one of the most closest-knit groups he has ever coached, and you don't have to look too far down the depth chart to find 4 reasons why. 4 of the 17 seniors honored today that really didn't need to be here this season but came back to play for this team. I spoke with one of their young stars, Jalen Waddle, about this group. He said it was easy to buy in this season when you look at those 4 guys. He also told me this team made a decision to spend as much time together as possible because we are in the middle of a pandemic. You could risk bursting this bubble and what this team could put together this season by spending time outside of the bubble. So they know they're getting tested every day. And behind this senior leadership, this team has made a pretty mature decision. Brad, Nick Saban was able to send a video message onto this group before the game. Usually he is the one that's leading the honorary senior day.
This senior class looking for their 46th win together. Can they do it in the 85th Iron Bowl? They started this in 1893. We're about to have version 2020 in a moment.